Shabbat Shalom. In this week's parsha of Parshat Vayikra, we start the third book of the Torah. And what is fascinating is a little letter at the beginning of this book. The parsha opens with the word Vayikra el Moshe, Vaydaber Hashem elav, me'oeh moed. And God called to Moses and spoke to him from the tent of the meeting. Only Moses heard the sound of God's voice. And the commentators ask, what did it sound like to hear God's voice? Was it a little sound, quiet? They say no. It was a loud crashing sound, incredibly loud. But the only one who could hear it was Moses. And the question is, why was it that God needed to speak loudly? Why was it that Moses was the only one who could hear? And what does it teach us about ourselves and our lives? So let's break it down. Vayikra Hashem el Moshe, God calls out to Moses. The reason why it was so loud was that it wasn't just a message to Moses, it was a message for everybody. We all should have heard that call of God. But no one else did. Only Moses could hear. And the question is why? And that is that little Aleph at the beginning. The word Aleph means to teach. And in order to teach someone, or to learn from someone, you have to humble yourself. The word Aleph is the root of the word Ani, which means me. If I want to learn, I cannot walk in and try and take over the room. I have to be smaller, because only when I'm able to humble myself am I able to learn. The most humble man in the world, as described by the Torah, was Moses himself. And that was why he became Moshe Rabbeinu, the great teacher of the Jewish people. For when he humbled himself, he opened his heart to study and learn from God himself. How does it affect us? The truth is, every single person heard that voice at Sinai, but they weren't in tune to hearing the voice at Sinai. And the question is why? I saw an interesting video recently about debates and arguments. And the person running this video said as follows. Before they get involved with a debate with somebody, they ask them one question. And that is there anything that you are willing to listen to? If the person says, if you can convince me that 90% of people say X, then I'm willing to listen to you. Then you have someone to work with. But if the person says, there's nothing that you can say to me that is going to convince me to change my mind, that person has got the blinkers down. That person is so full of themselves, they're not willing to listen to reason. Don't waste your time. And so, that little Aleph in the beginning of Sefer Vayikra teaches us this important lesson. You will never learn anything unless you learn to diminish or small, make small your Aleph, make small your ego, make small your Ani. Because only then is there space in your heart and in your mind to listen. One of the great challenges that we have is that we are fulfilled with a sense of arrogance that we know everything, that our perspective and the way we see the world is the only way there is. And that we know is not true. And in a world that is becoming far more polarized and sides are pulling us away from that consensus in the center, we need to be aware and to fight it. Because it is only when we realize that we don't know everything, that we are open to listening to different perspectives, that we are ultimately able to grow. The book of Vayikra is one of the most complicated books in the Tanakh, in the Bible. But it is so full with incredible pieces of learning. If we are able to diminish our Aleph, we open ourselves up to learn, embrace, and to grow. And is that not what it's all about? Shabbat Shalom. Hi, this is Rabbi Lewin. If you've enjoyed the content of the sermons and the ideas that have been expressed in the YouTube video, please hit that first subscription button and notification bell and share the videos with friends. We'd love to grow the channel and love to engage with you. Please share your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Have an amazing day.